Hello everyone, this is Khalil and I'm on a mission to help 100,000 people make a living online. Right, so the topic of this video is very important to me because that's basically how I started earning online, and that is how to start freelance writing on Facebook. Right, so the process is pretty simple if you can understand it properly. How do you find clients on Facebook? That's the first question. So for that you will need to join freelance Facebook groups. There are dozens of groups out there that you can use and that you can join, where clients post jobs daily and then you can apply to those jobs. Right, so how will you find these freelancing Facebook groups? Well, just use the search bar in Facebook and type something like freelancers, content writers, or if you want to be very specific, then something like content writers Pakistan, content writers India, and type all of this and you'll find like a dozen different groups. Join all of them. Join each and every one of them, not one. Join every one of those that you can find. And once you join them, you'll find that there are jobs being posted there every day, and then you'll have like a pool of 50, even more freelancing jobs, freelance writing jobs for you that you can apply to. Now, once you have joined those groups and you have a list of jobs that you can apply to, how do you find clients? How do you get clients to hire you? Well, the process is something like you have to write a proper cover letter. What is a cover letter? The cover letter is kind of like a job proposal where you explain to the client that you are the best fit for the job. Most freelancers on these Facebook groups, they don't do this, and because they don't professionally approach a client by writing a cover letter, that is why they oftentimes are not hired. Right? So you are going to avoid that. Be a professional. That is how you can command professional rates. Right? So for writing that cover letter, well, cover letters are pretty much a topic in themselves. I can create a whole video on why and how to write cover letters, what to include, what to exclude, how my cover letter looks like. So if you want me to make a video on that, do comment down below and let me know if you want that. Alternatively, you can also check out my free ebook. It's about how to make your first $1,000 as a freelance writer. The link is in the description below. You can check it out. I go into complete detail about this over there. But just to give you an idea about what cover letters are, it's kind of like you explain to the client where you found them, the Facebook group that you find them at, and then mention why you think you can do the job well. Mention your past experiences, or if you don't have a past experience, the best thing you can do is to tell that you are a newbie and you want to learn. And for that, you are decreasing your rates. You have lower than market rates. When you have lower than market rates, the client there's a better chance that you would get hired over someone who is more experienced, because the only way you are going to beat them is to have a lesser price. So don't really worry about the price in the start. Just keep working, keep at it for a while, and once you have enough clients on Facebook, you can slowly then transition to a more professional platform like Upwork, like Fiverr, People Per Hour. These are more professional platforms, but they are harder for a beginner to crack into. So using these Facebook groups, you can get some experience and then you can transition to these platforms. I personally transitioned to Upwork. It's the best platform. It's one of the highest paid platforms and one of the most professional platforms as well. But it's almost impossible for a newbie to start on Upwork. So start from these Facebook groups. Now, another thing is that when you're applying to jobs on Facebook, you need to have samples. This is universal for like anywhere. Wherever you're trying to get a client, you need to show some past work that you have done, so that the client can see that work and can gauge whether he wants to hire you or not. These samples need to ideally be published with your name. Clients are not looking for Word documents, MS Word documents. They are not looking for PDF documents. They want to see past work that you have published, properly published. As I was saying, you need to look like a professional. So for that, you need to have published articles. Now, where do you get those published articles? Because you need a client for those published articles. And if this is your first client, how do you do that? Well, a very simple way to do that is to use websites like medium.com. You can also use LinkedIn. And these websites basically allow you to publish your article with your name. When you will have articles published with your name and when you will write a proper cover letter, your chances of being hired would multiply. I'm talking about multiplying like 4, 5, 10 times probably. Because most of the freelancers on these Facebook groups, they're not really that professional. So you can easily beat them by doing these two things. Again, that is just the basics of it. If you want to learn more about exactly how you can do this in a more professional manner, how you can make more money beyond Facebook, and probably looking at more than 6 figures in Pakistani rupees at least, check out my freelancing ebook. The link is in the description below. I go into more detail on that. And for now, we're going to sign off this video. Till next time, this is Khalil signing off.